Imagine that me and my girlfriend were married, we wanted a child, we tried for 3 months, we were failing, but then we finally succeeded and she was pregnant. Then 2 months into her pregnancy, and I was so excited for this baby, we were even starting to discuss names and her future life together, looking at bigger houses to support the child. She decides to go and get an abortion. Can you imagine how I'd feel? I'd probably be very sad, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay, I can agree. I would be very sad. If I had a wife, we planned on having a kid, she got pregnant after us trying forever, then 2-3 months later she gets an abortion, I'd be emotionally devastated. But here's the deal. We should not control what other people can or can't do with their bodies, should or shouldn't be able to do with their bodies, predicated on the emotions of the men. We shouldn't be able to do it. Just because a man's sad, that doesn't inform us upon what the woman shouldn't be able to do. Think about how emotionally devastated these slave owners were in 1965
That has nothing
when
to do
the
with
Constitution was amended and slavery was criminalized in all 50 states. Oh, they were emotionally devastated. Okay, well, we shouldn't run a society because of how men feel. Okay, we should run a society based upon what is best for everybody in it, based upon fact, reason, and logic, not just the mere emotional expression of attitudes, beliefs, or otherwise of the men.
Okay, I do have one more question to ask you.
Wait, before you do you understand that, like, in that circumstance, that, like, it is not their body, so it clearly wouldn't make sense for them to be, like, specifically their choice?
But it's the man giving the semen to the woman. But
Yeah,
that's
and he loses right.
So?
And he loses
Anyway.
No, not anyway. He loses a right to what happens with the semen the moment it leaves his body and enters into the body of the woman.
No,
and he
he
only
does not,
regains a
because
right of
that
what happens
is
over the no.
choice.
Listen to what I'm saying. And he only regains a right over what happens to it the moment it leaves a woman's body again. And guess what, man? It is unfair. I'll agree. We can agree there. It's unfair. But guess what? That's reality. Because reality is unfair. In this hypothetical version of reality, where the fetus grows and a magic bubble that spawns in thin air connected to both the man and the woman, both their bodies, well, then things are fair and the man and the woman have an equal say. But reality isn't always fair, as I pointed out. That's not how pregnancy occurs. It is localized to the woman's body and only the woman's body. So to evict the unfairness that is born out of the fact that a man has no control or say so over what happens to the fetus while it's growing in the woman's uterus would necessarily control the woman's uterus as well as the woman's body. And I am going to be more accepting of slight unfairness to the man than total, unilateral, dictatorial, authoritarian control of women's bodies at the hand of men. And honestly, you should be thanking me for what I'm saying. You should be thanking me for trying to convince more men to think like I do. And the reason I say that is because guess what? If women were legally obligated to give a man control and say so over her body if they become pregnant, oh dear Lord, women are going to stop having sex with men. I'm just going to put it out there. Imagine if women had to recognize and consent to possibly giving a man control and say so over their bodies every time they engaged in intercourse with them. We wouldn't see any more women engaging in intercourse with men, man. You should be thanking me for what I'm saying here. You should be thanking me for changing the minds of the viewers.